Welcome back to part 2 of Cities Skylines with me, your host, Ben Ross. In part 1, I just gave a general outline of how Cities Skylines works and the basics. And just waiting on a quick save to go through. Yep, sip of tea, as a fellow Cities Skyliner biffer would like to say, or in my case, sip of coffee. So, we are coming up to 2 o'clock in the afternoon, the rush hour is about to begin, and we've got a traffic problem. So let's go down and take a quick look in part 2 and use the Traffic Manager President Edition on what we think we should be able to do. Just a quick outline, this city is a low carbon city, I practice what I preach. That is, this city runs on nuclear power, as well as maybe just a dash of oil and geothermal to act as a booster to the larger portion of the city. But mainly this city is low carbon, and the sewer, and 100% of the sewage is treated and released back into the waterways. It's technically drinkable again. So we're in the city centre, and according to my traffic situation, we have a traffic problem. She's looking a bit red. What do we do? And how do we fix it to get the traffic rate back up? So as you can see here, we are in the city centre. If I go back out, this is a main road connecting between two highways, Trans-Monaco Link Road here, and a boulevard over here. There are motorway connections either side, but for some reason the traffic wants to cut through the city centre. So the current setup we've got, if we zoom in, using TMPE, time traffic lights are on, so away we go. So we could lengthen it. Lane mathematics, this is how the lane allocations are portioned. Priority junctions, you can see we go right or left. If we go further down, we also have backing up at this intersection as well. Now it could be a case of too much traffic in the area, or simply put, the frames, the signals are not going on long enough. So what can we do here? Open for comments. Do I start banning right-hand turns? Do I remove the trams and replace it with overhead monorail, which we do have over here, so the trams are not conflicting out? Or do we use an overbridge interchange system, but remembering this is the city centre? I'll let you think about that, and we'll come back in the next session of Cities Skylines on what we're going to do with this. But leave your thoughts in the comments below. We're going to come over to our latest area, Takanini. And this is where I've currently zoned a new area. And this is meant to take out the designed to take all the new growth, but at the moment, as you can see, we're not going anywhere at the moment, so we're just waiting probably for the paths to kick over. Let's make sure all our paths are correct. I'll just see if I can kickstart something at somewhere else, because it looks like we've got a bit of lag. To see what's going on. Anyway, while we're waiting for things to take off, let's do an introduction into some very core mechanics of the game. This case, the zones. The much warranted zones. So Cities Skylines, we have 6 zones available to us for general growth. I do organic growth cities. This stems back to the days of SimCity 4. I don't do plop and run. So we'll cover this coverage off using what zones I have. Low density, residential. high density, commercial. Note the commercial, this is commercial services. Commercial offices are handled differently this time. This is done by the office zone. And then we have industry. Now to control it with ore, forestry, and oil, that is done using the district commands and choosing one of those. And it looks like we've just got some commercial demand taking off. So those are the zones, and these are the how you can sometimes specify which zones are going to be which. And so yeah, that's basically how we get things going. Now I'm going to have to do a bit of checking to see why we've got a hold up in the zones, so you'll get a brief part 3 today. But yep, as I said before, every Sunday I'll upload these ready to go on Monday at bencities.log. No live streaming on Twitch yet, and we'll go through both Manukau and Grand Leighton Manukau cities as we do urban development checking at the city centre, and just good old-fashioned communication devices. First of all, I better stream off and find out why we are not building over here. In the meantime, drive safe.